This is a follow-up to a video I posted recently called Signs Men Might Feel Like There's No Point in Trying to Fix Intimacy in a Sexless Relationship. I got quite a few comments on that, which I'm going to go through with you to help those men understand what I was talking about. My name is Caroline Chénier and I am an intimacy relationship coach, and I talk about sex and intimacy all day long. If you are interested in this kind of talk in fixing your sexless relationship, please subscribe and also like this video, and also do the notification bell if you feel like you want to receive more. So let's get into this video. Okay, so what these men didn't understand was what I'm saying makes no sense. I agree it's virtually a waste of time trying to fix a sexless marriage. Best advice to get out the marriage when you have a chance to finding happiness. Well, the thing is that is correct if your other half is just not wanting to fix the relationship. If you're on your own trying to fix a relationship, yeah, you do have to get out. There's no point. If there's abuse, as in, you're talking to each other without loving from the heart, if you're bickering all the time and your partner just doesn't want to fix it, yeah, get out. That's absolutely right. And one person said, that makes no sense about resolving the intimacy. You're telling men to ignore it and go off and do something else. Okay, so what I was explaining there is that your energy, right? This is the reason why it sounds so ridiculous and it sounds so simplistic. It's because it is. These people are looking for a miracle, something complicated. It really isn't. So when you are in a bad mood, when you are miserable, when you're not happy, you are not going to attract anything good in your life. Life is like a mirror. You reflect back to you what you put out there. This is true. So if you're expecting your wife, obviously there'll be all sorts of different reasons why there's no intimacy, but one massive reason is the way you are. And if you are always miserable, you're always unhappy, and you're bickering all the time, and I'm not getting any intimacy or whatever, it's legitimate, right? I understand how you're feeling. It's not good. I totally sympathise. However, it comes a point where you just don't want to be with someone who's miserable, do you? You're not the same person that you were when you were a young man, meeting your wife for the first time in the first few years of the honeymoon period. You need to get back to that person. And the only way to do it is to stop being miserable, to stop focusing just on the issues you have in your life. So what you need to do is go out and just not forget the intimacy, but just push it aside for a bit and start to enjoy your life. Do the things you love. That's what I'm trying to say. You're not going to have a good relationship with someone if you're miserable. Okay, so that's the answer to that one. So this other man said, what a ridiculously overly simplistic approach to a complicated problem. So the complication is because you don't have the tools to do the job in a different way. We've all learned how to communicate from our parents in between 0 and 7 years old. Some people say 6 years old. That's where we create our blueprint. We have no choice but to learn from our parents. And if you've got parents that are a little bit disconnected, maybe they bicker a little bit, maybe they don't really do very much together, maybe not touchy-feely, you learn that is how to be. But also what you learn is how they talk to each other. So if you haven't been taught good communication skills, which, let's face it, none of us have, and we just end up having to learn as we go through life. And if you don't get taught the way to speak in a relationship, well, you just have to muck through it. And with this particular complication that he's talking about, well, he's been using the same tools all this time. We need to have a different approach. Just going by what you know is not good enough. That's why you need to change. Well, If you try yourself, if you change your energy, if you change the way you come across to everybody inside from your heart, your partner's going to come back to you because you're going to be the person that you used to be. But also, I mean, it's not just that, it's talking about what the issue is. You've got to communicate. That's the number one problem with relationships. 99.9% of the population do not communicate. So you never know what's wrong. And when you do communicate, because many of you do, I know, is the fact that you're so full of resentment, so full of anger, so full of, I'm a victim. And I'm saying that with love from the heart. You've tried to speak before. Some of you have tried to speak before. Some of you haven't, are not just sitting in silence, right? But the fact is, you're so angry, you're so resentful, you're so frustrated, that when you do try to communicate, you're like a volcano. It's been bubbling and bubbling and bubbling, and then suddenly it goes, bleh, and it comes out all wrong because your energy's wrong. You inside is all wrong. Your heart's not happy. And therefore, when you've communicated, it's not been right. The only way to make sure you communicate right is to have a peaceful head. Peaceful. You need to be peaceful. There you go. I hope that's cleared it up for a few people with the response to what people are saying about that particular video. If you're not sure what the video is, go back and have a look. Take care.